So let's do story time. So this is a story just about a previous date that I've had. In the end, I really want to know if I'm wrong for thinking the way that I think. So let me know. Stay tuned, please. Okay, so I get there a little early and I valet. He's like a minute later than me, and I see that he parks across the street instead of choosing to valet. I don't really question it because, to each their own, whatever. And then we go and have our dinner. We end up ordering like 3 courses, appetizer, entree, dessert. We had wine. I was really impressed by his palate. He didn't just stick to like the typical things. He was a little adventurous in what he likes to eat. Also, it was a first date too, and he brought me flowers. I really did like that.
Why do women... See, you got to realize this. When you let women run free, they just do whatever their emotions tell you. She's sitting in front of you, getting ready to convert herself to an entire different looking woman. And this is what a lot of TikTok girls do. They show you how fake they becoming by turning into a fake person in front of you while complaining about a man. Every time you look around, they're converting into someone. Now they're showing you the stuff that they do on scene that they normally do behind the scenes.
They were red and white roses. They were pretty beautiful. So we're getting ready to leave. Mind you, we didn't finish all of our food. So we both have leftover food and the flowers that he gave me. So we're walking to valet, and valet's like, okay, will that be cash or card? And I'm like, card. Okay. So the guy literally does not even attempt to take out his card or like reach in his pocket or anything. Mind you, I have flowers in a hand and I have my leftover food in the hand too. So not only is he not even attempting to not pay for the valet, he's also like completely unbothered with the fact that my hands are full, and I can't reach into my purse. So literally the valet guy is like, well, somebody got to pay. So he takes my he takes my flowers. So I end up reaching in my bag.
But she has to realize, look at everything that he just paid for. He just paid for dinner. He just gave you flowers. He's already paid the bulk of everything. You should at least pay for the valet. The valet is going to be the cheapest thing to pay. That's no more than $5 or $10. She should be able to play that. But the reason why she's upset is because if you give a woman an inch, she'll take a mile. But if you don't give her anything, she'll work to get the inch. All right, I'm going to say it again. If you give a woman an inch, she'll take a mile. But if you don't give her anything, she'll work just to get an inch. And that's what men have to learn. When you go on the date, the goal is to not place her on a pedestal. What this guy did wrong was flowers. That's what he did wrong. Why? Because flowers is a simp move. What did I tell you about flowers? They're only for moms and grandmas and great mamas and Easter Sundays. That's it. Women do not want flowers at all. Guys learn that from their grandmother. So when you give a woman flowers, she's saying, oh, this guy is the ultimate simp. But he did the right thing. He didn't argue with her about the valet. Well, we ain't got to that part of the story. But he did hold the flowers. Why? Because he already said, I did a lot of the work. So that probably was smart on his end. But what was dumb on his end, what led her to believe that she was going to be entitled, is the flowers. Trust me, never give a woman flowers.
And paying for the valet, because somebody got to pay for it. Mind you, again, while we're having dinner, we're laughing and joking. Everything's going so good. But I'm just so turned off that he didn't even attempt to try to pay for the valet. And I'm really just a little taken back because I don't think I've ever had to pay for my own valet coming from a date, like ever. Like, that's kind of weird, and it kind of turned me off. So I called my friend afterwards.
You see that? What turns her off is the simple fact that she realized that she did not have the power over him that she thought that she had. See, he done did dinner, he done did flowers, but now the valet throws you completely off because he wasn't a full-fledged simp. I've explained to guys, majority of the mistakes that men are going to make is going to always be on his first date, which is why those first couple of dates, you're supposed to let her do all the talking, right? You pay the bills, but let her do all the talking so she don't learn that much about you. This guy's bringing flowers, he paying for date, and then if they're doing valet, guess what? Valets are only at 5-star restaurants. So he tricking on the first date at a 5-star restaurant. And in a lot of cases, with 5-star restaurants, they can stamp it and you get half off. That's normally what happens. The host stamps it and you get half off. And she's complaining. Let's get to it.
When I got in the car and I was on my way home and I was like, just kind of explained everything the way I explain everything now. And I was like, girl, like, am I tripping that I'm upset that he didn't pay for my valet? Or like, what? Because this has never happened before. So, I don't know.
All right. Let's loop this and get.
Okay, I'm about to get ready to go out. So let's.
All right, we got it in loop mode here. Okay, what's to learn from this video? This is what you have to understand from the video. If you start off looking at her right now, she's plain Jane. So right in front of us throughout the video, what she's going to do is she's going to draw on her going outside face, which is showing you that she's going to convert into a fake person. This is the reason why when she explained he paid for dinner, he gave her flowers, but then he didn't want to pay for the valet, and that was a complete turnoff. But what she's not realizing is that she's looking for a real man while she sit in front of us and turn herself into a fake woman. Women are not realizing is that you have led men to believe that as long as they can pay for it, take you out to eat to a fancy restaurant, you're going to give it up. So what he did was he did the blueprint way of dating. Let me take her to a fancy restaurant and make her feel good. Now we outside, I'm ready to clap cheeks. That's simple. That's what happens with these guys. And women know this. She's already presented herself as one of the fast girls and as a fake woman. So he's looking at the makeup pile on her. Trust me, she went on a date. She piled that makeup on her face. So he's looking at her as a thought bot. Not necessarily a thought bot because he's a simp. He's really just showing that he wants some coochie. But where he went wrong is he went wrong with the flowers. The flowers is the ultimate simp move. What do? We don't go on flowers. What do I tell you to do on the first date? The first date that you want to do, when the date is over, you tell her you got to go. You make sure she has your car, you have your car, and you leave. But you don't do flowers, and you don't do 5-star restaurants. All right, let's see what else they got up here on World Star that we can react to tonight. And if you guys have anything that you want me to react to, go ahead and put it inside of the comments so I can